All right, let me take you back to Nongoma, where eNCA's Siphamandla Goge is watching the arrival of various dignitaries there. Siphamandla.
Indeed, Thulasizwe, more and more leaders of political parties are making their way into KwaKhethaomthandayo Royal Palace. I'm sure you will be seeing those visuals. That's the EFF leadership being briefed here on the sidelines. They are waiting for their turn to go inside the KwaKhethaomthandayo Royal Palace. They will wait outside for now up until they are cleared to enter. I'm going to ask my colleague Joe Komane to show you the gate here. Prince Thulani, I see you are up and down. It's a very busy one. This is the main gate of KwaKhethaomthandayo Royal Palace. You see there police behind inside the palace. They are trying to ensure that they tightly control who can go in and out of the palace. I also see here they are in conversation with one of the king's son, Prince Nhlangani, there, who's wearing a red t-shirt. Makeba kunzima ndaba ngiyabona kuxakekile la kwenzekani ndaba baningi kakhulu abantu Makeba.
Yeah, but for kubaningi, but I think kufuneka sikwazi ukuthi lento si control ngendlela efanelekile. So ngisafuna nje ukuzohlala ngale gate ngoba asikwazi ngoba phela kunama covid regulations. Asikwazi kuvele sifuhlele abantu phakathi. Yebo bazokhayela indlunkulu but kufuneka be naleyo nto lesikwazi ukuthi sikwazi ukuyibeka isizwe ngazigcina kungena abantu abaningi ngesikhathi esisodwa bese kugcina uzokuthola izifo.
More and more people will be coming.
Yeah, yabona nje manje wonke umuntu usuku lokugcina cishe namhlanje until uze kufihle. So
have you had time to reflect and mourn your father? You are busy with the logistics here. You haven't had time to mourn your father.
I really haven't, because we've been working from KwaKhetha to KwaKhetha, and then we're trying to maintain people are coming left and right. But I haven't got some time as well. But it's
the most difficult time for you and your siblings.
Yeah, and my siblings as well. We need to understand this is a difficult time for us, but we need to make sure we relax as much as we can, because this is still a long way for us.
Indeed, thank you very much for time. Let me release you. I understand you are a very busy man. That's Prince Nhlangani Zulu, one of the king's son. Here is trying to ensure that everything is in order. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to move and show you what is happening on the side here. If I can show you a line here, the convoy that you see, my colleague Bonga Mkize will cut into the visuals that you will be seeing. You are seeing a convoy here waiting to make its way inside the Royal Palace, as you heard from Prince Nhlangani, so that they are worried about this becoming a super spreader event. Hence, they are trying to limit the number of people coming in and out. I see some healthcare workers at the gate here waiting to sanitize people. They are also providing water. On my right here, Joe will show you, you've got healthcare workers waiting to sanitize people to ensure that there is compliance with COVID-19 regulations. And behind there is a white tent where there are other people who are waiting there. The numbers are increasing every minute. Inside the palace there are people who are there, but they will be making their way outside of the palace. And once they make their way outside of the palace, another delegation will have to come in here. It has always been expected that it was going to be a difficult one for authorities and royal family members in trying to ensure that they control what is happening inside. Remember, times are tough. These are difficult times. It's COVID-19 related. So, we are under COVID-19 regulations as we speak. So you will have a difficult time in trying to control the situation and the number and the amount of people who are trying to make their way inside. You still have royal family members as well who need to access this palace so that they will continue to have those meetings. And one of those that I've spotted going out here is Prince Zulu, the king's brother, who is busy with the logistics. Let me see if I can try and spot him again. Pardon me if I'm looking around here trying to check if we'll be able to get hold of Prince Zulu. But this is what we know so far. The funeral, the king will be planted by Amabutho at night, men only, according to Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who is the traditional prime minister of the Zulu nation. Those were the wishes of the departed monarch. He said he wanted to be planted at night by Amabutho only. Even some of his family members, including children, will not be able to go to where he will be laid to rest. Some of his wives, or should I say his wives, will also not be able to go to the grave site. Prince Thulani Zulu telling me earlier on that the king's remains will be fetched from one of the local mortuaries in Nongoma to this palace, and that's where all that is required to be performed by the royal family will be performed. Once that is done, then everything will become a private ceremony then for the family up until the king is planted. We understand from our royal sources that that process is expected to happen anytime from Wednesday, 12 midnight. Julius Malema is making his way inside the Royal Palace here. Floyd Shivambo is also here. The entire EFF leadership and delegation, they are making their way inside the palace. So that's what we know so far, is that those that will be able to plant the monarch are men only. And also we understand that family members will also have another meeting this afternoon. We also know that the prince, or the traditional prime minister of the Zulu nation, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, is having a media briefing at 3 to finalize those logistics and brief the media about what will happen moving forward. But we did get a gist from Prince Thulani Zulu, who told us that tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the king's remains will be brought to the palace. They will perform all the rituals in line with the royal protocol and customs, and after that it's only the royal family members that will know what time the king will be planted. But historian, cultural experts and royal sources have told eNCA that that will happen anytime between 12 midnight and 2 a.m. on Thursday. Then at 10 a.m. it's expected that there will be a memorial service which will be attended by those who will be able to attend, a limited number of people. We understand that about 100. Prince Thulani Zulu telling eNCA that President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to come and eulogize the departed monarch. So it's going to be a busy one, but tomorrow Amabutho will be flocking into the palace. In fact, from today in the afternoon, they will be flocking into the palace to prepare to go to the mortuary tomorrow and fetch their king, and then after that they will plant their king. So it's going to be a busy one. We still expect that more delegations from across the African continent will come to Nongoma to pay their respects. We expect a delegation from Malawi. There should be a delegation from Ghana as well. We were told by Prince Thulani Zulu that more delegations from outside the country will be coming here to pay their respects. Let me just see what is happening in the background here as that convoy grows. Too many cars are still out here, and many people are waiting to come inside and pay their respects here. It shows and it tells you how busy it is outside here. Yes, most people are wearing their masks, but there is a concern now, a growing concern about a growing number of people who are here. If we can come this side, Joe Komane, I want to show our viewers what is happening here. I think you will still be with us, Tulas. You will be able to get the audio here. I see Induna Yamabutho la umgeleji. Wena wesilo ninjani kodwa? Hayi siyaphila. Niyaphila. Siyaphila. Senilungile njengamabutho kodwa wena wesilo.
Silungile.
Yeah.
Nayimo.
Oh, okay, siyaxolisa. Ngiyabona usuredi impela mgeleji la ukuthi konke kuzoma ngomoya.
Ningobani nina oqala?
Kulungile, sobuya kuwena mgeleji, sobuya kuwena. Well, Thulasizwe, that is umgeleji weinduna yamabutho here, and we are trying to show you more and more people here. Sorry about that, the cars are disturbing us. I wanted to come this side here to show you this tent, the marquee on my left. That's where many people are gathered waiting for their turn to come and pay their respects. The team that you see now, the crew that you see, is making its way inside the Royal Palace, KwaKhethaomthandayo. More and more people are waiting inside that tent. So Prince Hlanganiso said they are concerned about the growing number of people who are coming, hence they are limiting each and every movement that is going inside.
All right, there you have it. eNCA's Siphamandla Goge. Insightful, incisive, institutional knowledge. You will not get any better anywhere else except for with Siphamandla Goge, who's been live for us from KwaKhethaomthandayo Palace in Nongoma. They're bringing you those updates as people arrive, including political leaders arriving to pay their last respects to the fallen AmaZulu King Goodwill Zwelithini.